A familiar sight in Ontario in recent days, long lines for publicly funded COVID rapid tests.
I'm 71. Why am I up at 6:30 in the morning lining up to get something that's going to make sure I'm not spreading a disease?
In response, the federal government announcing this on Wednesday.
I'm pleased to confirm that an additional 140 million rapid tests will be delivered to provinces and territories in the month of January.
During the pandemic, we've heard the push to increase domestic production of personal protective equipment. But when it comes to rapid tests, just 2 Canadian companies are authorized by Health Canada to sell kits to governments and for professional use. There are international firms allowed as well, but all are fighting demand across the world.
It's not just that you develop a test in the lab and then you can just bring it right to the market.
Dr. Uma Gore at Artron Laboratories in Burnaby, part of the team that began developing a prototype antigen test that was completed in July 2020. With changing guidelines by Health Canada all throughout the process, it took until this past October to get the go-ahead.
There were times when our team, we were working for these regulatory submissions until 4:30 in the morning.
We are prioritizing Canada to support, again, our homeland, of course.
Jen Goscan, the company's vice president, said most of their rapid test deployment and COVID screening work has happened outside of the country, such as early testing at Egypt's airports. Now the pivot to supply millions of tests to the federal and provincial governments. Permission to sell the kits in pharmacies potentially coming as soon as the end of January. But recent extreme weather events in BC, combined with COVID spread and holidays, all impacting hiring efforts to scale up.
Since the critical components and critical materials that are going into the test kit is all manufactured by us, we have a great control over these items and the capacity that we can scale up to. The only current struggle that we have is the workforce.
For more on this story and the process of developing the tests, go to citynews.ca. In Toronto for City News, I'm Nick Westoll.